Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I wanted to do a video to help you guys get to know me better. So I found on the website a page called 200 Questions to Get to Know Somebody Better, and I think these questions will be fun because they're questions that I wouldn't normally ask myself, and so I think it'll help me think about, things I haven't thought about myself in a long time, and it'll help you guys get a better understanding of who I am. So the first question says, what's a favorite piece of clothing that you own or have owned? This question's a little hard to answer because I don't really have a favorite piece of clothing that I've ever owned, but I do sort of go by my favorite outfits. I have different outfits that I like to wear all the time. People that really know me and see me every day know I wear pretty much the same clothes all the time, even though I have so many clothes that I literally had to bring 2 suitcases to college with me. But right now I think 2 of my favorite outfits would be what I'm wearing right now. This is my Vibes hoodie with my dark Levi jeans, and I recently got a new Nike zip-up like hoodie jacket. I really like that jacket with my dark Levi jeans as well. This next question says, how often do you play sports? I don't play sports that often. I really only play golf, and I would say I play that mainly in the spring, summer, and fall. Usually in the fall it gets cut short around the end of September. But yeah, that's the main sport I play is golf. This question says, when was the last time you climbed a tree? Never. The next question says, what job do you think you'd be really good at? That's easy to answer because I've worked in the event industry for a couple years now, and that's why I decided to attend Slippery Rock University for hospitality, resort, recreation, and management. The next question says, what is your favorite drink? My favorite drink, I don't really have an exact favorite drink, but they do sort of vary by category. My favorite drink that I drink every day, I'd say would probably be a iced vanilla latte from Starbucks. I actually just got one today, and I got my bestie Francesca a hot black tea before psychology. Other than that, I would say Sprite and water. This question says, what songs do you completely know off the top of your head? I don't think I know any song all the way through off the top of my head, but I could sing pretty much any Lady Gaga or Taylor Swift song pretty easily. This question says, are you usually early or late? That's really easy. I'm always early. I'm usually about a half an hour early to anything I'm invited to, or any kind of meetings I have. I'll get there about 15 minutes early. Class, I'm always 15 minutes early. And yeah, so I'm definitely going to be early to anything in my life. This next question says, what irritates you the most that other people do? This question actually closely relates to the last question because I hate when people are late. There are a numerous amount of my friends that are always late to most things that I invite them to, and they know I love them even more because of that. But there's one specific person that probably knows who she is. She lives very close to me and is, literally probably 45 minutes late to everything. But you know I love you. This question says, what shows are you currently into? This one's really easy to answer. I mainly watch The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, New Jersey, and Orange County on live TV, and pretty much everything else that I watch is on Netflix. I love American Horror Story. I love Big Mouth, Criminal Minds, The Office. That's pretty much all I think I find myself watching these days. This question says, what are the small things that make your day better? I have a couple small things that usually happen every day that always cheer me up throughout the day. One of them here at school is my 2 best friends, Fran and Paige, will send me iMessage games throughout the day, and I just love playing Cup Pong and Word Hunt and 4 in a row with them. I usually win, sometimes I lose. Francesca gets really mad at me when I win. But the other things that make me happy in the day is when all my friends message me. My best friend Essence, she will send me just funny messages throughout the day. She sends me memes, all kinds of funny Snapchats. My best friends Lauren, Dahlia, Michaela will send me funny things. They swipe up on my stories. That always just makes my day so much better, and just when I see somebody happy out in public, it just makes me happy because I think, they're having such a good day, so why shouldn't I have a good day? The next question says, what city would you most likely live in? This question's pretty easy. Most of my close friends already know this. There's two cities that I'm sort of tossed up between. I think it's going to mainly come down between after college where the job opportunities are, but it's definitely between Los Angeles and Las Vegas. The next question says, what are some things you're looking forward to in the coming months? I think the biggest thing I'm looking forward to is my trip with my hospitality department to Italy. We're going over spring break, which is coming up in just a couple weeks. And probably just, to spend the summer with my friends back at home, go on those Hanks runs, the Dairy Queen runs, you guys know who you are at home. We always go out and do stuff during the summer, come over and hang out all the time. And then when I come back to school, I'm so excited to move in with Fran and Paige and start my sophomore year with them off the right way. The next question says, if you were cryogenically frozen for 100 years, what would be your first question when you awoke? That one's easy. Is Gucci still relevant? The next question says, what do you wish your brain could do better? This one's pretty easy because I think about this a lot. I struggle with this every day, and it's concentration. I have a really hard time concentrating on things, especially if I already came into it with the idea of I don't want to do this. It makes it just so much harder to stay on the topic and stay focused. So yeah, I think I wish my brain could stay focused on things easier. This question says, if you could make one rule that everyone had to follow, what would it be? This one's really easy, like most of these questions, because if I had to make one rule that everyone had to follow, it would be just to be nice to everyone, because, I've learned throughout my life that, when people are mean to each other, it seems like not a big deal in the moment, but that person that you just did the mean act to really is hit hard by that, and I know what that feels like because growing up, people weren't the kindest to me, but I used their mean words just to make myself stronger, and now I find myself every day, my friends laugh because I could see a stranger and like their jacket, and I'll just walk up to them and say, oh, I love your jacket, it's so cute. And people tell me all the time, thanks so much, that made my day. And for me, that's my motivation, is just to be nice to people. This question says, as you get older, what do you grow more and more afraid of? I think I'd have to say I a lot of times fear that as I'm getting older, when college ends, I feared this as I was graduating high school, that my really close friends and I aren't going to communicate as much as we do anymore. And, I was worried about that at the end of high school, but luckily the people that I did want to still talk to, I do still talk to. And, I'm worrying about that now with college, but I definitely think with the friends I have a really, tight, close circle of friends that, love me and I love them. And so I definitely think my fears are starting to go away because we always constantly remind each other that as crazy as we are, we'll never be out of one another's lives. This question says, what song or artist do you like but rarely admit to liking it? This one's easy because all of my friends, all of them, not a single one likes her, will make fun of me whenever I say this or put her on, and that is Taylor Swift. I have loved Taylor Swift my entire life, and everyone makes fun of me whenever I talk about her. We're coming down to the last couple questions, so the last two that I'm going to do, I chose to do these questions because I think they mean a lot to me, and I think it'll really help you guys to get a better understanding of who I am and my morals in life. This question says, what do you take for granted every day? This one really made me think, and it's really eye-opening because I think the thing that I take for granted most days is how lucky I've really been in life, and just the people I have in my life, they're all so amazing. I have a very close group of friends that treat me with such respect and kindness, and sometimes I don't think about I was lucky enough to come to a college close to home where I knew some people coming here, a lot of kids from high school, my best friend Francesca, and I met my best friend Paige through Francesca, and so my friends at home, even though we're not close together anymore, we still talk every day. And so I think a lot of times I take for granted just the people I have in my life, as well as my mom and dad and my grandparents and my brother. I don't talk to my brother ever, but I know if I really needed him, he'd be there for me, as well as my parents or grandparents. And so I think that's one thing I do take for granted, is just the people that care about me in my life. The last question for this video is, who inspires you to be better? This one's really easy because I used to not think about it as much, but recently it's been coming into my mind and it's helped me make some decisions that I had been thinking about. And this person would be my mother. My mother has overcome so many obstacles in her life. She has truly beaten the odds when they were against her. In multiple instances, she has put herself through school. She has beat breast cancer when everybody, all the medical professionals, thought it wasn't gonna turn out well. She came through and, with her support system and just the people behind her through everything in her life, she has truly bettered herself. I remember as a kid, used to work night turns and day turns as a nurse. And for me, as a younger kid who was attached to his mother, as I still am, that was really hard, seeing my mom leave after dinner and not being there to tell me goodnight. And when I woke up for school, she wasn't there sometimes. But now I look back and I realize that she was doing that all for me and my brother and my dad. And, for herself too, because she deserves it. That hard work she was putting in, even though she had to sacrifice some things, it was all for the better of us. And, now she's in school again, bettering her education so that she can work her way up in where she works and one day become a teacher at a college. And that's why recently I've made the decision that I talked to a couple of my professors, and I think after I've worked in the field of hospitality for a while, I am going to get online schooling for my higher degrees so that I can become a professor in the hospitality field. So thank you, Mom, for always inspiring me to be better. You always have taught me that, when something gets hard, you don't give up, you keep going. When people tell you it's not going to work, you say, why? Give me a reason why is it ain't going to work. It's so easy for people to tell you things aren't going to work, but what's their reasonings? You've just always made me such a better person. You've taught me to treat people with kindness, which I hopefully carry with me every day. I try to treat everyone with kindness every time I talk to someone. And I know we argue a lot, but my mom and me have a connection that I will never have with any other person. She's my best friend, and she's my inspiration. That's all for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope you learned a couple things that you might not have known about me, or a couple things that you might have found interesting. Maybe comment down below what you liked the most that I talked about myself. And let me know if you like the improvements I made. I switched cameras and I made my lighting better, as everyone suggested. So let me know down in the comments what you liked most that I covered in the video, and if you have any improvements I could make for the next video. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you next time.